It may be December, but 4th of July fireworks were on display inside the House Judiciary Committee hearing room on Tuesday. Protesters interrupted the hearing several times as immigration reform supporters demanded action from Congress. But this hearing wasn't about possible policy moves on immigration. It was about whether President Obama abused his constitutional authority when he signed his executive order that allowed 5 million illegal aliens to stay in the country rather than be deported, and to qualify for some government benefits as well. Congressional Republicans say the president went too far because only Congress can change federal immigration law.
President Obama has just announced one of the biggest constitutional power grabs ever by a president. He has declared unilaterally that by his own estimation, almost 5 million unlawful immigrants will be free from the legal consequences of their lawless actions.
Republicans argue that the president even admits he can't do what he did. They tried to prove it with a video showing all the times that he admitted he couldn't change the law. And even after he passed his executive order, he said this:
I just took an action to change the law.
Jay Sekulow, chief counsel for the American Center for Law and Justice, believes the president's own words say it all.
He changed the law. Presidents cannot change the law. He can't do so constitutionally. He cannot do so under Supreme Court precedent. He can't change the law to comport with his preferred public policy.
Democrats on the committee pushed back, saying that the president is in his legal rights to use what's known as prosecutorial discretion, meaning that the president, like a prosecutor, can decide which crimes to prosecute and which laws to enforce. Republicans disagree. They say that stretches the idea of prosecutorial discretion far beyond its real meaning. They argue it doesn't apply to enforcing immigration laws that are passed by Congress. Democrats say it wouldn't have come to this if Republicans had passed immigration reform.
I defy any of my colleagues on this committee or anyone in Congress to tell me our immigration system is not broken. We know that it is. But I am disappointed that this Congress, like a number of them before it, has done nothing to fix the problem.
But despite Democrats trying to make the hearing about Republicans and immigration, witnesses on the panel pointed out the larger issue of how President Obama's executive action is going down a very treacherous road and that he could be setting a dangerous precedent.
The president's executive power does not give him the power to govern by decree. It does not give him the power to suspend the law. If he can actually do this and get away with it, I guess future presidents could say that they're going to suspend more parts of the Affordable Care Act. Maybe they'll suspend it all. You know, why? We don't need a Congress to repeal it. We just need a president to say, I suspend it.
Sekulow says the president has made congressional action on immigration reform even more difficult to accomplish because the president has now made the argument about his actions rather than what to do about the immigration system.
My ultimate concern here is that the president's utilization of executive action has set back the debate on real immigration reform probably a couple of years because what it did, we're arguing procedure rather than substance.
Republicans are trying to figure out their next move now that the president is moving forward on his executive order. Speaker of the House John Boehner says the House will vote this week to undo his executive order. But at this point, it's just legislative window dressing because the president would, of course, veto any sort of bill like that. So where does it leave everyone? Well, it's a political chess game between Republicans and Democrats over a very volatile and emotional issue. David Brody, CBN News, Washington.